Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and are you ready for Season 3 of Bravo's Ladies of London? These two are, and we're chatting all about it. Make sure to catch brand new episodes every Tuesday, 10/9 Central on Bravo. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. What a way to start an exciting week than with the Ladies of London joining me. Hi guys.
Hi.
I took your good side. You know I'm going to bring that up on camera.
Why?
Juliet and I were talking about, I'm like, this is my side. She's like, well, I want your side.
This is my side. I don't know.
I got the middle, so I get to show both my sides.
But you have a broken toe, so we win. By the way, so let me disclose a little bit. Carolyn joins me through injury. She has a broken toe.
I joined through gritted teeth.
How did you injure your toe?
Okay, it's a little embarrassing, but it was a 14-hour flight, people, and they were closing the bar. So I ran for last orders and stubbed my toe on somebody else's chair.
You ran for last orders going from to the airplane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your friend. How do you feel about that?
Awesome.
Yeah,
like, I mean,
like,
that's what friends are
love her
for.
more.
Yeah. I'm like, that's the friendship that I love, you know?
I mean, 14 hours is a long flight. You need champagne.
You need a lot of booze.
You need a lot of booze. And luckily I was, by then, a little, like, drunk, so the pain wasn't as apparent as it was when I got to the hotel, and actually I realized I was really in agony.
Didn't you drink more on the 14-hour plane? Like, I drink on the plane. Why did you drink before the plane?
No, it wasn't my last call to have it off the plane. It was the last call before they landed.
Oh, you were at the bar on the plane.
Yes, I know. I ran to the bar. That was the problem. I wasn't at the bar. I was running to the bar.
Forget the interview. I think I just want to go have drinks with you guys and
Yeah.
hang out. Like, I think that's going to be more fun than
We're
any
going
interview.
after this,
I've got nothing else to
So here's the point. Just watch Season 3 of Ladies of London. All right, guys, so Season 3. I've talked to you each season, so isn't it cool? You're at Season 3. How cool is it?
It's cool. It's pretty amazing. I didn't expect it, I have to say, when we started this little show, that we would still be here every year. It's a surprise.
What has it been like for you, Juliet? Because I'm going to talk about your friendship in a little bit, but what's the experience like 3 seasons in?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not surprised by it. I think we live awesome, fun lives in London, and all my girlfriends, you know, that I went to high school with or college with that, you know, went to college in LA, they still live around LA, they kind of go, God, London, you know, you're always traveling somewhere, you're going to Morocco, you know, during half term, and I'm like, yeah, we just jumped on a plane, it's 3 hours to Morocco from London, and I don't know, the things that we're doing and the different kind of cultures we're exposed to, and like, you know, the friends, just even in my kids' school, the friends that they have, all the different languages and where people are from, it's so fun and our lives are so exciting that
It's foreign. It feels foreign for everybody.
It's fun to watch. Like, I mean,
it's like a vacation. It's like watching somebody else's never-ending vacation.
Yeah, like I think that this experience of me living in London has been an adventure that I'm like, it's like, you know, the Amazing Race just through London, you know? I'm trying to figure out how to get from next task to the other, you know? I think it's been an awesome experience.
Waking
and I think
up for her is particularly hard.
yeah, I'm not a morning person, but that's a whole other thing. I think that people want to see what life would be like, you know, living in a different city, especially one of the best cities in the world, you know?
You're not in that city anymore. You're in another city. How's Dubai?
Dubai is amazing and not what everyone thinks, and I'm having a time of my life. I mean, I'm still back and forth because I still have my house, which is rented out right now, but I have my family, I come back. I've been probably back every 2 weeks right now, so I haven't really felt such a disconnect, and it feels like a welcome holiday, and it's boiling right now. I'm lying by the beach.
Yeah, it's a little too hot there for me. Like, that's
Oh no, it's
too
perfect.
much.
There's a nice breeze. I'm doing yoga. It's like, I love it. Absolutely
What a
love
life.
it.
I don't
Do you
know,
miss her?
she's yeah, of course I miss
Yeah,
her. I'm
she
like,
does.
but I get to see her enough, like, because she's been back and forth, and we always have our trips. Like, we went to Paris for the day. Was last month. We kind of have our little wild
We went to Ibiza.
escapades.
And we're
right?
I love that you pronounced it correctly, by the way.
Yeah?
You know how many, when I hear people say Ibiza, I want to tear my, like,
See,
rip my hair out.
why? But I speak Spanish, and I don't say like.
It's Ibiza.
No, but you don't say Madrid. You say Madrid. Like if you're talking about, you know, like if you're like Barcelona, like, you know, like Barcelona. So it's like
That's
when you're
what we just
like,
said.
I know, but like Ibiza, like it's okay to say. You don't say like, oh, you know, on my last trip to Ibiza. Like
not
it's
okay.
like,
It's
you
like
know.
saying, it's like when you say Porsche versus Porsche. Like you have to say.
That I don't like.
There's certain things that drive me nuts. Like when I hear people say, especially if you've been to Ibiza, like you have to be like, Ibiza. But like, they'll be like, I'm going to Ibiza, and it's like, stop.
I mean,
You're not allowed.
I took Michael Sam this year, and
The football player?
Yeah, and Jen Finnegan from
How does
Tyrant.
How does that end up being
She
like?
picks up like friends all over,
Yeah.
like from every.
Michael and I have been friends many years, and so he called me and said, "Can I come out?" So
He's
he
the
came.
best.
Yeah, I love him. He's like another child to me. We have so much fun together.
He's actually become an advocate now. Advocate, speak of saying things incorrect, activist.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
incredible to see what he's doing for LGBT
Yes,
rights.
yeah, as he should, and he's a great spokesperson for them, and I'm all into. I mean, I think he's just the most amazing person inside and out. So he came to stay with me, and Jen Finnegan from Tyrant, so she came as well, and they were all Ibiza virgins.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how does this friendship work? Talk to me about, like, we see so many of the promos for season 3, and it's kind of like the two of you against the world. How does the friendship work? Why does it work with the two of you?
Because I think we just we have enough stresses in our daily life that, when we're together, we belly laugh. I mean, literally, from the moment we wake up, we are making fun of each other. And I mean, I asked the maid.
What a friendship, right?
Yeah, I just asked the maid to remove her bags from my room.
Our room.
Our room, sorry.
Our room.
I
You
know.
guys are sharing a room?
Yeah, a
That's
bed
gotta be
too.
funny.
But I meant like downstairs to the storage with my bags. They've put them. They're in the car outside.
I'm like, why are my suitcases in the car? She's like, well, I guess you're
meant
not
to the
sleeping there anymore.
downstairs.
And I'm like, I just. Yeah.
Not to the car. They're in our car, empty, but they're in our car. I'm like, why are they here? They like removed her from the actual hotel.
Yeah, I think that there's like a lot. I think what especially is different with us is that we know a lot of the same people. We have different, like, we have friends, but like our friends get along with, my friends get along with her friends get along with us. It's not, and we have other
Our
friends.
families hang out together. Our kids are best friends. Our husbands get on. We travel together. And it's not about one-upping each other. It's just about having a laugh. If she gets something, I don't get it. I'm super happy for her. She's super happy for me. It's all about having a giggle, and we poke fun at each other, but not in a mean way, in just a fun way. We really have a laugh. And that's, for me, if I'm going to leave my family and I'm going to travel I want to do that with somebody I'm going to enjoy. We think of stupid things to do to each other.
And you have such a great dry sense of humor. Not everybody gets it, because you do have a funny delivery, but I get you. I dig
Thanks.
it.
Thank you.
And I think she gets you, which is why I think the
I get
friendship
her.
works.
Yeah.
But not everybody does, right? Like,
Well, it's their loss, I guess.
It is their
I don't mean
loss.
that in a derogatory
No,
way, by the way.
no.
I'm the
She
same way.
knows
People either love you or hate you
Yeah.
sometimes.
I'd
It's like,
rather have that than be indifferent.
They say,
Right.
they say
Boring.
it's Marmite.
Ordinary.
Marmite.
Yeah.
You know Marmite?
No, what is a Marmite?
Marmite is like the spread. It's like Australian.
No, it's not Australian. That's the British one. Vegemite's
Vegemite. Okay, Marmite is the British one.
I grew up on Marmite,
and it's like salty.
And people either put it in their mouth, they either love it, or they literally spit
Or
it
they,
out.
like,
And that's
crave
what she is.
it.
But that's so
Yeah.
much better, and that's what I am.
Marmite. You have the same sense of humor,
I have the
too.
same sense of humor, and people either really like me or they really don't, and I'm fine with that.
I just don't ever want to be vanilla,
Ordinary's boring.
Right? Spicy, hot and spicy.
What do you think people like this show? 3 seasons in, which in the reality world is like 86 in dog years. Like, why do people like Ladies of London?
Because I think it's stepping into other people's, it's taking you out of into a realm of somebody else's reality, and it's a different country, and they get to see how British people live, how we think, how we speak, and this accent. I mean, Luke, my makeup artist, says at this point I could basically perform a drive-by shooting and they'd still love me.
Yeah.
Because I
It's true.
talk like this.
You're impossible not to like, because
Yeah.
you'd be like, I killed your mother.
I killed your mother.
As we can see, I just went into some unknown accent.
That's the worst, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Julie. Speaking of that delivery.
Yeah, the delivery. How about this is how I always tell everybody to start how to start a British accent. You say of course, and then you say all of it. It's like right the A's that are become the
Of
O's,
course.
and then all of it.
All of it.
Yeah,
No,
your accents need
that is
improving.
no.
I come from Northeast Philadelphia. It's like, it's awful. You can't do anything with your voice or accent. It's
No?
like, oh, it's awful. It's like being in a chastity belt of accents. It's all, you can't do anything.
I mean, just that thought of me being in a chastity belt of accents, I'm like thinking how that works.
Quote unquote.
Yeah.
Did you ever want to adopt an English accent?
No, my kids have them though. So it's
She's
like,
got British children.
yeah, my kids have full-on British accents. I mean, Truman was born there, so his is, I mean, I sometimes look at him and I'm like, whose child are you? Because
I look at
it's-
your children all the time and I can't understand how she had such beautiful, sweet children coming from a mother like this. It's just, I don't know.
Is it hard parenting while on camera? Because you were talking about why people like this show is you're providing entertainment, you're providing this kind of out-of-body vacation
Yeah.
for them. But is it hard maintaining real life through the whole experience?
I threaten them if they don't
Perform.
Yeah, if they don't act
whips
well,
them.
They're not showmen.
they do not
They're
get
carrying in the
candy
corner.
or iPad or
Yeah.
all those things that they love. No, I'm
I
just
think the
kidding.
kids are so used to it by now. Like
They are. Georgie, my daughter, like loves.
She's
I
a
mean,
little
she just
performer.
well, but she wants to. It's not just perform. It's she loves showing people things and talking about, and she loves giving me a hard time. And so, I mean,
Everyone
that's.
loves giving you a hard time.
I know it's actually except my husband, who's a saint. That's,
Oh my God,
that's,
he is like he should get some sort of medal for humanity.
I think he should.
I was reading an interview about.
So should yours, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I was reading an interview about someone was talking about knocking you off your perch.
Yes.
Being, like, do you ever get worried about that? Like, you're the queen of this show, essentially. Do you ever get worried about being knocked off your perch?
I don't think you could think like that. I mean, I think, I actually thought it would be somebody they didn't know coming for me. I've realized that, like...
We just made it sound like a mob hit, by the way.
Well, yeah, that's how it feels. I'm now kind of thinking, because the arguments that are happening or going on right now, they're so ridiculous that I kind of feel like they've gang together to try and take me down. But it's, look, I kind of get it. It's a bunch of women in a small environment, and it's probably irritating to people that it's one person dominates, I guess. But
Some girls, it doesn't sit with some girls. That, like, especially I think Julie, like, there's some kind of.
I mean, I didn't set out for that. You can't set out for something like that. It's just it just happened, and I'm very happy to hang up my coattails. I mean, it's not like it comes with giant benefits, and I didn't get a rod in the stomach. Yeah.
So we've had a pretty amazing couple months here. Obviously, you guys went through Brexit. We went through a presidency, a presidential election. What's been the reaction over there? Like, what are people saying about what's going on over here in the
Somebody
UK?
made an amazing, actually it was my husband when we're talking about somebody. That would be my husband.
Somebody
Yeah.
random that I might have
Made
spoken
an amazing
to.
split screen of me and, from him from The Apprentice and me on Ladies of London. I'm next. And actually, a lot of people were like, we'd vote for her.
Yeah,
It's-
if Donald Trump can,
Do it, I can do
run
it.
for president, so she could.
I mean, you're in it now, so I'm actually like, I'm excited to see what's going to happen because
like-
it's so different.
Well,
Talk
but I
about a
feel-
reality show, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like when it happened, everybody in England was like, "Oh
my
gosh,
God.
this has happened to you guys too. Like, do you need a hug?"
It's like getting
And it was
malaria.
like, yeah, and it was like the UK and America, like two incredibly
Established places.
that people really look to as like having figured things out, and and this turmoil, like these
Going
choices.
completely into the unknown.
So I don't know. I think people want change in the world, and that's
I mean, he
their
might
idea of
actually
it.
get stuff done.
I know.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be a ride.
He's great on Twitter, I'll tell you that, no matter
so
what.
Oh my
Fascinating.
God! I mean, he was talking about SNL the other
was
night.
it?
Like he was commenting on SNL. The president should should not have time to be talking about SNL.
Him and Alec Baldwin are in a Twitter war
Yeah,
right now. It's
yeah,
amazing.
'cause
This
he's
is our
like-
president-elect.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, because he's like the guy who plays Alec Baldwin's terrible and like.
Oh, and I think Alec Baldwin playing him is amazing.
He's great, but
He's
then
amazing.
Trump said he's unwatchable, this is unfair, it's biased, and Alec Baldwin's like, I'll stop if you show us your tax returns. And they're going back and
Oh my
forth. I'm like, this is our president-elect, that's awesome.
It's amazing.
You can't, not do you miss being in America? I mean, you grew up on the West Coast. Do you miss
I grew up in
that?
the Midwest,
Or in
in
the Midwest,
Chicago.
excuse me.
Yeah,
Do you
so-
miss that?
I get my fill every summer. I take my kids out of when school's done. I put them in camp in Chicago, like where I grew up, and stick them in the cart, and we go to Target, and we do, our American little things and errands, and go downtown to the American Girl store. Like, I just do America with them. I'm not saying that that's traditional America, those things I just said, but like, I have an American.
Summed up the whole of America, Target and American Girl.
No, but like, I make them stay up and catch fireflies and release them, like things that I did just so it's not like, it's just literally yesterday I was in the British countryside with my kids and went horseback riding, and it was so, British. I mean, we went to, although it's Soho Farmhouse, but
so British.
we do these very British things, and we're in Barbour, and we're, like walking through fields and, riding horses, and then I just want them to have a little bit of the America experiences and American culture.
I sit in Cheesecake Factory all the time in Dubai.
That's her
Why?
American
Is it
culture.
like
That's it.
Just the food or the people watching?
Not the people just people in Cheesecake
That's
Factory.
probably the best place.
The
to eat.
Chinese
Probably-
chicken
You probably
salad?
get some funky people going
yum.
in there.
Oreo cheesecake. Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
it's
Do you get recognized in Dubai?
Yes.
Get out of here.
I do, weirdly. Not often, not giantly, not like here or London, but yeah, I do. And they kind of react, they still react really well to it. And people really enjoy it. So yeah, I'm amazed actually. I didn't think anyone would.
Do you get recognized?
when I am in Chicago, Dallas, or LA.
I remember I asked her last season.
Yeah.
She was telling me a story about how she had, like, a person wanted her phone or something.
A picture of me,
And they asked me to take it.
No way.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, Juliet, yeah, you're here too." And I'm like,
we get
"Do you
recognized
still
a
want
lot
me to
more
take
when we're
it?"
out together, because I think the impact of both of us. But I mean, it was very funny.
No,
yeah.
people recognize me for my voice. So if I don't want to be recognized, I should be quiet, like basically, because I'll be like
Fingernails
at
on a
the
chalkboard.
grocery store or something in Chicago, and somebody be like, "I heard you over across by the tomatoes. I knew it was you." And I'm like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Yeah.
When you look at this show and how it translates to America, what do you like the way people see you guys? Like, do you like the impression that they get from Ladies of London? Do you wish there was something else they were getting from it? What's your feedback on what they see?
I'm finding it, I think this year has been a little bit different for me because, obviously, I'm never sure if it's, I feel that I definitely got more attacked this season by all of them, but it hasn't been shown
You
yet.
were like in the Hunger Games this season.
I am in the Hunger Games this season.
You're like literally Jennifer Lawrence.
But
in
I
the
wasn't
Hunger
sure.
Games.
Well, I'm so glad you say that because I wasn't actually sure that was apparent yet to you guys. I don't know where you are. Which
I've caught the first episode.
Okay,
But
it gets worse, and I'm like, I'm like, wow, and it's for me, it's pretty brutal to watch. But I'm like never sure whether because also they like to have a villain, and they want me to be a little bit of the villain, and whether you see that they are actually attacking me. But I think it's coming across if you're getting it, and we get it.
do you feel, is there roles, like, do you walk into this and do you feel, hey, this is the role that I have to play on this show? Almost
We
like
don't
an actor?
walk into it with the role. I think the role is naturally, the day we walked on and the first season happened, you see which is which character because we're all such different types of women, and then you understand your role.
Yeah, it's hard though sometimes when you get pigeonholed into this like, kind of character that like because there's different parts. There's so many different
You're not
parts of
always
me.
that person.
Like there's sometimes I feel like.
Do you get pissed? Like, if you're watching an episode, you're like, that's not me.
Yes.
I would
Not
get
that
so
you don't,
angry.
you
Just there's different moments.
You've got to remember that you're watching something that was filmed for a long time, snippets of it. So sometimes you're like, but you want it explained a little bit more so they understand the background of why you're
not
maybe
enough time.
behaving that way. So they understand the way you are. So it's annoying that like I know it will unfold, that you will see, but right now it's like the story isn't there yet. So you're like you're willing the next episode. So I want to follow it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Who do you get that you look like, by the way? Do you ever get a look-alike?
Yes.
Rebecca Romaine?
No, I've
What?
met her.
Really?
And the girl, what's she called from?
You don't see Rebecca Romaine in here.
I've had her in.
She's taller than you, but you look like her.
What's the one with Wolf of Wall Street girl?
Oh, Margot
Margot
Robbie. I
Robbie.
can see that
Yeah,
too.
totally,
Do you
yeah.
ever get a look-alike?
One all the time. Natalie Wood. I get all the time.
That's so random. Like, I mean, obviously she's an icon, but who remembers Natalie
A
Wood?
lot of people apparently. A lot of like 80-year-old grandmas when I'm getting my nails done, you know, and stuff like that.
You
But
get compared to an 80-year-old grandma.
no, Natalie Wood was like so.
She was a sex symbol. She's a legendary Hollywood
There you go.
icon.
Sex symbol. That's what I'm talking
Juliet
about.
sex symbol.
Major sex symbol.
And Carolyn, Queen getting knocked off her perch. I'm just kidding. Margot Robbie and Rebecca Romaine are two
not
pretty.
bad.
Not
Thank
too
you.
bad.
Yes.
Oh, I get Kate Beckinsale sometimes too.
I can see that too. She's taller than you too, though.
If you squint, you can really see it.
Hold on, ready? What do you look at me, Juliet?
Yeah, squint.
All right, so when she squints.
Yeah, when I squint too. That could hit.
Guys, congratulations on season 3. I'm so happy
Thank
you
you.
made it.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me again.
You're always welcome every single season.
Thank you.
Season 12 will be sitting here in Shabik with it. I broke my toe and I broke my wrist.
Running
And
to the bar.
we're going to do that one at a bar next.
We're here
Should
in
we
New York
go?
for a couple days, so make sure you read the paper because we're going to plan on getting up to no good, you know, while we're here. So
What does a no good night look like for you guys? Like, do you?
I'm just
I do want to
kidding.
know now. If you're in New York,
Yeah,
is
would
it like
you like-
we got to hit the hot spots here? Are you dive bar girls? Like, what's a night out?
what says dive bar about her? Like, does this anything say dive
No,
bar
but
about?
these are the ones that do end up at the dive bar, and you
Yeah,
never know
at
it.
4 a.m.
Yes, dive
When
bar,
everything else is
graffiti phone booths, like yeah, they're always the ones.
Always.
I'm
Always.
telling
We
you.
look like butter wouldn't melt.
No, we always want to do all the hot spots. We needed like, everything from like going to Rockefeller Center and taking a picture to, you know, going to Cipriani and doing like all our like typical things. But we always like to try
We're
the
going
new
to Chow now
spots
for
and like,
lunch.
yeah, we like to try the new spots
Well, that's
and
not
you
new.
know, go to Chanel, you know, do those things.
Oh, Chanel. Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Make sure to catch Ladies of London every Tuesday at 10, 9 Central on Bravo.